Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is your first time, thank you. Please hit subscribe, like, comment, any suggestions or things that you're interested in. I'll try to get to those as quickly as possible. Today we're going to be going over the Dexa scan results and my resting metabolic rate tests. Stay tuned. First, I should briefly explain what a Dexa scan is and how it's used. Typically, a Dexa scan is used to measure bone density in your body, but it can also be used to extrapolate that information to find body composition. It's one of the more accurate ways of doing so. I got my Dexa scan recently. I've got papers right here. I had it done on March 13th. Today is March 18th. These results were a little bit surprising to me. So far in my journey, at this point when I weighed in, I had lost over 70 pounds. But my scale at home, I use a Garmin Index. It said I was at a 35.9% body fat, which was down from a 40.5. When I did the Dexa scan though, it showed that I was at 45.7% body fat. So that was a little bit surprising to me because I thought my scale was tracking it better than it showed on this Dexa scan. I'll put these results up on the screen so that way you can go over them with me if you choose to. Starting out, it shows here March 13th. Total body fat is 45.7%. Total tissue mass 279.9. Fat tissues 124.2. Lean tissues 147.5. And my bone mineral content is 8.2 pounds. That puts me in the increased risk category by quite a ways. And I thought I was doing better than that. The advantage to this is it does break down your body region by category, and you can see that down in the regional composition section. This next page that I'm showing shows your visceral fat. This is the tissue around your organs that's associated with increased heart disease, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, those kinds of issues. You can see the notes here. Suggested 1.5 pounds or less to decrease those health risks. I'm currently at 4.01, so definitely area of improvement for that. This other page that I'm showing shows my muscle balance report. Shows right arm has an E because I was wide enough that it did not scan my entire body to the width. They had to estimate my right arm because it was cut off on the scan. So they estimated the same as my left, but broke up my right and left leg. Muscle balance. Most of your injuries come from a muscle imbalance. So it looks like I'm pretty close there. The T-scores, at my age, it's not a huge issue at this point. Anything above a -1 is normal. I had a 2.1. The Z-score is your bone density based on people in your same age group. I scored a 1.1, which is 69 to 93% of the population. So a little bit above normal. This last page here shows the same information that was gone over on the others. Down to total body summary data, you'll see it shows my resting metabolic rate, 2,563 calories. That was estimated based on height and weight. It was not the measured total. But the rest of the information's there. Nice part about the Dexa scan is it does show follow-up scans as you do them, so I'm looking forward to doing the follow-up scans to see how the progress is going from this point on, now that I've figured out the calorie deficit issue. So looking forward to seeing those results, making sure that I've made the right changes and headed the right direction. This last page shows my resting metabolic rate test. This one's pretty interesting. They hook you up to a little machine that tests your CO2 output, from my understanding, which is a way of them measuring how many calories you're burning while at rest. On this machine, it shows, you can see under what you burn, the circled number 2146 is my resting metabolic rate. Down below that, it shows how does my metabolism compare. It shows that I'm slower than normal, which is not a huge surprise considering the calorie deficit that I was in. The body was in a starvation mode, some would consider that. So it was cannibalizing muscle tissue and slowing down my metabolism. So we'll see if that improves. I won't do this test again for probably a year just to see if there's a difference, but it is good to know if you're tracking calories to make sure that you are at the right calorie zone. Using the Dexa scan information, I found that my calorie deficit was too large. I had been eating around the 14 to 1500 calorie range. The Dexa scan estimated 2500 calories would be my resting metabolic rate. I also did a resting metabolic rate test and found that instead of around 2500 calories, I was actually closer to 2100 calories now. Because of the macros and calories that I had been following, I was losing lean body mass, not just fat mass. So that's where some of my weight loss that came from, was my mistake on calculations there. At this point, I wish I would have done Dexa scan to start with, and along the way, that way I could have tracked the information and known that I was losing muscle mass that quickly, so I could have made a change to my diet to slow down the lean mass and focus more on the fat mass loss. Those are the results from my resting metabolic rate test and my Dexa scan. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. That way I can reach other people that may be interested as well. If you have any questions of interest, please reach out. Happy to post other videos on anything you've got a question about that I may be able to answer for you. Thanks for stopping by. Life's not always easy. Sometimes you just need to grind it out.